In this tutorial, we're going to be talking about EZboard and a basic EZboard template. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a board. Once you click on create a board, you'll be greeted with this. Usually you want to type in the name for the board that you'll be able to reference back to just so you can see what it was that you made. For example, like this, we're going to be making a welcome board. So you click save. The next thing that's going to happen after you click save is you're going to be greeted with the actual board. This time, since we want it to be full screen, we're going to change the width and the height to the dimensions of the screen, or the pixels of the screen, which is 1920 by 1080. We're going to go ahead and choose a board color as well. For this, since it's going to be an announcement board, we're going to choose a color that will stand out. In this case, we'll use purple. You can also go ahead and choose a background image if you like. So we'll go ahead and click save. Now what you're going to see is that the design of the board, the preview, actually changes to the width and the height that you wanted. And you'll also see that the background color will appear. So this is where we're going to see every change that we make. So now we go to field details and we're going to add 3 fields. The first one is going to be the logo. You always want to name the fields according to what you want to put in them. The second one is going to be welcome. And the third one we're going to use is going to be the message. So now that we have them, there's 2 ways to size your different fields. You can type in the dimensions, width and the height, the left and the top, or you can also go ahead and use our design tool, which will allow you to do all the resizing with a drag and drop feature. So as you can see, I just go ahead and drag this to wherever I want it on the screen, resize it how I want it, do the same thing with the welcome, just resize it exactly how I want to have it, and position it where I want it. And I'm going to do the exact same thing for my logo. Once I've done that, you can see that all my sections are there. I like the way that they're positioned, and all the dimensions are also in the fields. So I'll click save. And now what you're going to see is that the 3 fields we created are now saved in their positioning once we get the preview. So there we go. We have the logo, the welcome, and the message. So what we're going to do is work on the logo. I'm going to click the design, and as you can see, we have field type, image, video, keep aspect ratio, and text. So for this, we're going to go ahead and upload an image. So I'll click on new, and from there, I'm going to choose a file from my computer. So you want to go ahead and plan this in advance, so that way you can see, you can have everything that you need for your board. So if you want to use a background image or different images you're going to be using on your board. So I save this, I apply pending updates. It'll go ahead and give you a pop-up like this. Click OK, and now you can refresh the preview. So in a moment, what you're going to see is that the refreshed preview with the updated content with the updated content will show up in the preview section. So now we have Discovery Cube Los Angeles. That's the logo that I went ahead and got, but I don't like the fact that it's stretched out. So go ahead and change the sizing here. Now I can go ahead and click save. Now that I've done that, I'm going to go over to the welcome. So I'm going to go into the same design tool, and this time I'm going to type in some text. So I'm going to go in here into the field box, and I'm going to type in welcome. So we went ahead and typed in welcomes today. Now what we're going to do is actually change the font and the coloring. So I'm going to go ahead and choose a font size. I'm going to go ahead and make it 32. And now the coloring. Since I have a purple background, I'm going to go ahead and choose white as the text. So I'll select the shade of white. Then we're going to go ahead and make it bold and italic. Now I save it. But you know what? I think we would go ahead and work better if we said who we welcome. So Discovery Queue welcomes Dyer Elementary. So since I've made a change, before I apply the updates, I have to save again. So I'll save, I'll apply the updates just like I did with the previous one, and refresh the preview. So now you're going to see that it'll show up on your preview as well. While it comes up, we're going to start working on the message. So we'll get back to the sizing on that in a moment. For the message, we're going ahead and type in the message that we want to say. So you can go ahead and have multiple fields in an EZboard, as many as you want. For our purposes today, we're just going to have 3 fields, just to make a quick EZboard and get you in the door with how to create EZboards in our system. So I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the welcome. I'm going to go ahead and change the font type and the color. But before I do that, I want to talk a little bit about what you see on the screen right now. As you can see, when we click on text, we have a couple different things. We have the scrolling, so you can actually have your text scroll at a specific speed. You can change the font type on the screen as well, the sizing, the color, the alignment, the font style, so you can go bold, italic, underline. You can change the sharpness, the thickness, and also the spacing. EZboard is a tool that you want to use for things that require animation as well. So we have the design and animation tabs. Those are things that we're going to get into after in the next video. So for now, again, remember that you want to create your fields, size them correctly, and then once you've updated the sizing, you can start to add either images or text to your different fields that you have. Another quick tool that you want to know that you have inside is that you have the pop-out feature. But for now, let's go ahead and change the coloring and the font size. So this one I'm going to make it smaller because it's not a title, and I'm not going to change it to be bold or italic. So I'll apply pending updates. And once I refresh the preview, I can exit that. Now let's go back to the welcome. So it looked like the font was a little too big for that, so we're going to go ahead and change it. I'd say we change it to something in the 20s, 26 will be fine. So we save it. Remember, you apply the updates, and let's refresh. Now if that doesn't work, if you have the size you want, there's another way that we can change it so everything shows up perfectly. So let's wait for the preview to populate. So as you can see, it's still not showing the way I quite want it to. So I'm going to resize this field. So I'm going to make it longer. And I'm going to go ahead and save. So now by saving, I've changed the field size, and you'll see that the preview will update as well. So now we have the logo. We welcome Dyer Elementary. And remember that pop-out feature? What it will do is it'll actually bring out the EZboard in a full screen for you to be able to see it. So that's it for the basic EZboard. We're going to go ahead and create more EZboards in the next videos that are a little more complicated. Thank you.